Hello students, good morning. Welcome to part 3 video of our chapter number 5, that is coal and petroleum. In this chapter, in the previous videos we have seen exhaustible and inexhaustible natural resources, and that we have seen about coal, then byproducts of coal, that is coke, coal tar, coal gas. We have seen about petroleum, how is it refined and what are the products obtained after refining petroleum and their uses also. The natural gas, in that we have seen also CNG, right? Now the last topic of this chapter, that is some natural resources are limited, right? You have studied in the beginning of the chapter that some natural resources are exhaustible, like fossil fuels, forest, minerals, etc. You know that coal and petroleum are fossil fuels. What are fossil fuels? Which are prepared with the dead bodies, right? And extracts of animals or plants. They are called fossil fuels. It required the dead organisms million of years to get converted into these fuels. It is a long process. It's required a million of years to get this fuel from these remainings. On the other hand, the known reservoirs of this will last only a few hundred years. The stock will last for hundreds years, few hundred years, while the new production will take thousands, millions of years. So you can understand that there is a difference, vast difference in the manufacturing time period and the stock will be finished in very fast time. Moreover, burning of these fuels is a major cause of air pollution. Alright? Their use is also linked to global warming. Pollution, air pollution. Using this fuel, it creates air pollution and it is the major reason for global warming also. It is therefore necessary that we use these fuels only when absolutely necessary. So you are advised not to waste, not to unnecessarily use it. Use it very judicially, means think it twice. If it is necessary, then only use it. This will result in better environment, smaller risk of global warming, and their availability for a longer period of time. 3 reasons why we should use it judicially. Why? It will result in better environment. The risk of global warming will also be decreased, and their availability for a longer period of time. है ना, जितना कम यूज करते उतना ज़्यादा चलता है. So they will be available for a longer period. In India, the Petroleum Conservation Research Association, that is PCRA, advises people how to save petrol and diesel while driving. Their tips are, they have given some tips how to save petrol and diesel. Drive at a constant and moderate speed as far as possible. You should maintain the speed of your vehicle constant and moderate, not too fast, not too slow, and maintain that speed constantly. Switch off the engine at traffic lights or at the place where you have to wait. Railway crossings, traffic lights, वहाँ पे engine बंद कर देना है. Ensure correct tire pressure. If the pressure in the tire is more or less, then also it will harm your fuel efficiency. Ensure regular maintenance of the vehicle, है ना, उसको टाइम पे सर्विस करवाना है वरना वो फ्यूल ज़्यादा खा जाता है. So this was all about coal and petroleum, right? Now exercise. First question. What are the advantages of using CNG and LPG as fuel? What are the advantages of using CNG and LPG as fuel? They are clean fuels, we have seen, right? So they produce less pollution. Then they can also use to produce electricity. They can be used directly for burning, है ना, ये सब उसके advantages हैं. Their cost is also low. They are easily transportable, right? So these are the advantages of using CNG and LPG. Second question, name the petroleum product used for surfacing of roads. We have seen it is bitumen, type of coal tar. Which is it? Bitumen. Question 3. Describe how coal is formed from dead vegetation. What is this process called? What is this called? We have seen. As it is done with the help of carbon dioxide. What is it called? It is called carbonization. And it takes around 300 million years. Right? We have seen this process in the story of coal, page number 57. Right? And this natural process is like flooding, forest gets buried under the soil, and as there is more temperature and pressure, they are converted to coal, and it mainly contains carbon, and this process is called carbonization. Question 4, fill in the blanks. First one, fossil fuels are dash, dash and dash. Yes, you can write the name of the 3 fossil fuels which we have seen in this chapter. Coal, petroleum and natural gas. Second, process of separation of different constituents from petroleum is called refining. Yes, it is called refining. Third one, least polluting fuel for vehicle is CNG. Which is it? CNG. Question 5, true or false? First one, fossil fuels can be made in the laboratory. Can it be made in the laboratory? No, false. Second, CNG is more polluting fuel than petrol. False, it is the least polluting fuel. Third one, coke is almost pure form of carbon. Yes, true. Fourth one, coal tar is a mixture of various substances. Yes, we have seen what is coal tar. We have seen it on the page number 58. It is a mixture of about 200 substances, right? So, true. Fifth one, kerosene is not a fossil fuel. From where do we get kerosene? By refining petroleum. So, it is a fossil fuel, right? So, fifth, false. Question number 6. Explain why fossil fuels are exhaustible natural resources. Explain why fossil fuels are exhaustible natural resources. Just now we have seen that production take a large time and utilization is more, so the stock will not remain for that period. So they are exhaustible. Fossil fuels are formed from the remains of dead plants and animals, and it took millions of years. And the way human beings are using it, they can be exhausted. Question 7. Describe the characteristics and uses of coke. We have seen how is coke on page number 58. It is tough, it is porous and black substance, it is pure form of carbon, right? Then it does not produce smoke while burning. These are the characteristics of coke. And what are its uses? In the extraction of many metals, it is used, right? So these are the uses. Question number 8. Explain the process of formation of petroleum. We have seen that coal we get it from the plants and animals, forest decay, right? And how do we get petroleum? By the decay of sea animals and plants, right? So this full process we have seen in page number 59, that how do we get petroleum, right? Petroleum is formed from the organisms living in sea. As this organism died, they get settled at the bottom and got covered with the layers of sand and clay. Over million of years, they are transformed into petroleum and natural gas. It is properly given on page number 59. Now, question number 9. The following table shows the total power storage in India from 91 to 97. Show the data in the form of graph. Plot storage percentage for the years on the y-axis and the year on the x-axis. You have to make a graph, right, showing this percentage of storage from year 91 to 97. On x-axis, you have to take the years. On y-axis, you have to take the power storage percentage, right? So it is from 7.1 to 11.5. So you can take from 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, right? 0. Then you can take from 7. You know how to make a graph. You have already studied in maths, right? I will show you also. This is how you can prepare the graph. Right? You can take it, x-axis, y-axis, and then plot out the points 7.9, 7.8, 8.3. You know how to count and point this in the graph. So this was all about the exercise of chapter number 5. In the workbook, you have to complete it yourself. You know it, right? So do it properly. Thank you.